Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. First of all, announcement. You can watch this game inside the game client and you can buy a ticket for it. We are watching the Neolution GosuCup and as you see, ticket looks like that. So go check it out in the store. It's actually fairly cheap. So you should definitely give it a try. And this is, I believe, the second Neolution GosuCup, so that means that you're still having 3 extra GosuCups, Neolution GosuCups to watch with that same ticket. So we have 4 games still left in GosuCup Asia. 4 teams, 1 being Vici Gaming, 1 being Dabeluvva or Ballsacks apparently. That's their tag that they have. I don't know if you can actually see the avatar. I think you can, but I think you get the idea otherwise. So these 2 teams are of course still in the 4 teams that are remaining. The other 2 teams are Mineski and Tell Me Why. Right now that game is going on as well on the Porcelain and Lily. You can watch it on her stream. And these 2 teams, the winner of these will face, like, it's a double elimination bracket. So we'll be having the winner's bracket, loser bracket, etc. And we'll be following Vici Gaming for the start of it. So let's see if they can take out the former Natural 9 players, or formerly known also as Absolute Legends, of course, the one that were at TI2. Because that is the Radiant team. You might not see their team names right now, but for example, Shitan is playing as well as some others, even though they have different names, so I wouldn't know which of the one is actually, for example, Risk. I know that he is playing, but there's different nicknames, and I checked the profiles. It's not easy to distinguish which is who. So we have got Batrider banned out, no surprise there. OD, Visage and Naga Siren. OD of course banned out, I mean, I guess fair enough, he is a fairly high priority target. Same thing goes for Visage, and Naga Siren is quite surprising for me to see. But Ballsacks, they didn't want to ban out the IO because they had a chance to pick it up, and they do so as well. So we're gonna see some IO play coming out from them. I don't know if I should call them Dabeluvva or Ballsacks, but it's a habit of me calling the name that is actually listed there. So for now, during the draft, I will call them Ballsacks. We have got the Darkseer picked up by Vici Gaming. Very strong one there as well. And we're going to see which hero they're going to pick up together with that. Of course, the one thing that we like about the Darkseer is that he can fit into any kind of lineup. Any kind whatsoever. And Lifestealer, I guess same story for Lifestealer actually. He's often played in dual core lineups, but it's not necessary that he has that. And basically can do all kinds of stuff. We've seen him on off lanes, we've even seen him on mid lanes, mostly up against ODs though, but by the way, I will actually type this as well. ZSMJ is 1225. So he is playing, people. ZSMJ is 1225. Don't worry about it.
Reserve time.
He is here. They have their full lineup for Vici Gaming on the Dire side. So Lifestealer, Darkseer, 2 strong pickups. Don't really give away that much yet. Ballsacks already with the IO. I mean, that kind of gives away a bit about your strategy. It is not necessarily true though. Like the way that IO works is, of course, he has got this potential to gank around the map. That's his thing. And no, I've been told that ZSMJ is actually 1225. I have been told that ZSMJ is 1225. There we go. Sorry, distracted by the chat for people in the VOD or people in the game that are not aware about what I'm saying. 1225 is ZSMJ. I know for a fact that he is because I recognize his profile picture. He has that all the time. He's had that before TI3 as well, and he's had that all the time. So it is ZSMJ. And we're gonna have the Chaos Knight picked up by Ballsacks. So that's gonna be Ballsacks having... I know that I shouldn't say their name all too often. I'll try not to. So IO and Chaos Knight, of course, a combination that we see all the time. And this is going to be completing up their ganking potential. So I was going to say before that an IO has got this potential, but it's not necessarily that he makes use of it, because the threat on itself is already that if you pick up IO, just having the hero already does the job even if you're not gonna gank, you're already forcing your opponent team into a different kind of playstyle because they can't go around the map by themselves all that much. So I like the pickups. Vici Gaming though, they are one of the teams, or they were actually one of the teams that
10 seconds remaining.
Picked up the IO first in the Asian scene. When the IO got hot there, Vici Gaming was the one to make use of it first, or one of the first teams, let's put it that way. And that kind of results into them knowing how to play against it, and we're gonna see how they're gonna be doing that one. We have a Puck and Queen of Pain and Storm banned out. A lot of mid heroes removed from the pool. From both sides actually. Both sides not really having a solid mid just yet. So that's why we see those banned out. And of course Puck and Storm very nice with control heroes. I guess we can call them control heroes. Especially Puck of course with the Dream Coil, with the Silence. Strong one. And a Storm just able to pick heroes up. Just a bit of a counter towards maybe what Balzac wants to pick up. Something perhaps like a Nature's Prophet, because Nature's Prophet is still in the pool. Very high valued target in drafts lately. One thing that I also want to point out, I haven't had the fortune of casting that just yet, but there is of course a Baton in the pool and the Troll Warlord. Those are the two of the four that got added that are probably the most viable, if you will. But I haven't, I have only seen them banned out, not picked up, unfortunately. Vici Gaming taking their time, taking it to bonus time quite heavily actually. Only 20 seconds left into their bonus time to decide about what they are gonna ban out here. If they're gonna ban out the next support, I mean IO Chaos Knight could do with another support if you want to go for a safe trial lane. But it really depends what Vici Gaming is planning. Are they planning on an aggressive trial lane? Are they planning on a safe trial lane? I mean, with Lifestealer you don't really know. I like Lifestealer more in an aggressive trial lane setting. Or let's rephrase that, more in a duo core setting, because I think it's nice to have someone else there, especially since, like for example, if Balzac now picks up a Razor for their mid, it's easily countered the Lifestealer, and then Vici Gaming would need to have a solid carry still next to the Lifestealer, but we'll see if they are gonna do that. Shadow Demon gets picked up first, so that's one of the supports that you can just put on a dual lane or on a trial lane. It still can go either way. I really like this. Shadow Demon is a hero that is very strong in saving your teammate. Disruption, of course, keeping a target safe from harassment that can come in. So if there's, for example, 4-second stun incoming, disrupt the target and most of those 4 seconds are gone and the target will not be killed off, or at least not straight away. On the other side of the coin, you've got the Shadow Demon that can get a disruption up on your enemy team, allowing for everybody to get in range, and most importantly, in combination with the Lifestealer that is now, of course, with the open wound range being diminished at the start of the game, or at least at the lower levels. You can get in range for those open wounds. That's what the disruption can set up for. Bane will be there for Balzac to also do, like, Bane and Shadow Demon can be a little bit compared in terms of laning phase
10 seconds remaining.
with their initiation power. Or saving power, of course, that one moment of invulnerability if you get yourself the Nightmare up on a friendly target can save lives if timed properly. Vici Gaming though, 2 seconds. I was gonna say this is all, they don't have bonus time to use, so they have to pick heroes fast. It is a Templar Assassin that they pick up, so they'll have that TA mid, and we're gonna see them running that. It still isn't entirely clear if they're gonna go for a safe trial lane or not, but it looks to be a safe trial lane with the Darkseer on the off lane / jungle, TA mid, and the Lifestealer with the Shadow Demon and something else on the trial lane. I said earlier that I liked Lifestealer mostly in a dual carry setup, a dual core setup. Templar Assassin is able to turn into one of those cores as well. It's one of those mid heroes that if he's doing well on the lane and he's able to capitalize on the lane advantage that he gets, or she gets, if you will, then she definitely can turn into a semi carry / carry, because that's just the way she works. very early Roshan can be done if all goes well, and pretty solid. It's going to be a battle between the IO-CK and the Templar Assassin in the mid game. Who is going to be getting ahead? Because Templar Assassin needs to be a little bit aggressive in that mid game to be able to work away towards that semi-carry status. IO and Chaos Knight, same story. They need to be aggressive to make their thing work, or at least need to make sure that Vici Gaming is always scared of that combination. And with the Bounty Hunter there, that's going to be even more lineup tailored for that ganking potential, because Bounty Hunter can scout out a target, can find a target, you can tether in with a relocate with Chaos Knight and IO, and you've got yourself a track kill and a very early, easy, or very easy kill as well, because Bounty Hunter has scouted out a target that is of course all by himself. No need for excessive wards to try and cover all of the enemy map to know where to relocate to. We have a ban out for the Razor, no surprise there. Vici Gaming going for one solid carry, aka Lifestealer. As I said, Templar Assassin though a little bit of a semi-carry of course, but if you have one solid carry, Razor is a very strong hero against that, and also would be able to stand up against a TA in mid, and of course just you don't want to have your attack damage drained more than you're going to be already having to deal with it in Feeble. So Razor banned out. And let's see what Balsax goes for as their last pickup. Their mid lane is still needed. As for Vici Gaming, they still need to go for support / jungle hero. I mean, Chen and Chantra still in the pool as well as Enigma. I'm not really expecting them, but it's a possibility. But Leshrac is the last one to get banned out by Balsax. They are expecting a support. We still have the Lina and Jakiro in the pool if you're talking about follow-up disables on the disruption from the Shadow Demon. And disruption, of course, as I said, set up, disable for anything. So for Split Earth, for a Light Strike Ray, for an Ice Path, you name it, it's all there.
5 seconds remaining.
Jakiro it is. And of course Jakiro works very well together with the Darkseer as well. You've got yourself a vacuum into the Ice Path, vacuum into everything that Jakiro does basically. So very strong. I like the pickup, I like it a lot. If they're... Wow, another one. I could have seen this coming. We had a Pudge yesterday as well in the mid lane, also played by Balls. But at that time yesterday, even though they won, otherwise they wouldn't be here, it was all best of ones. Pudge kind of did his name a little bit of a justice because he just didn't hit that many hooks. He was kind of balls.
Prepare for battle.
Anyways, let's see who's playing what. We have got ourselves on the Radiant side. It is Dabeluvva or Balsax or Balls, you name it. You can call them whatever you want, but you should know that they're mostly ex-Natural 9, so former Absolute Legends, and with former I mean Absolute Legends that were at the International too. So the Australians. That's right. The only one that has actually a recognizable name is Shatan, which is Bane. Darnell is Endless Winter, I believe. One of these is also Risk, but we don't know who that is, so we don't know which one. I checked all Steam profiles, and with the previous nicknames, there's no way of telling who's who unless you already know the people, which I unfortunately don't. So Balls will be playing the Pudge. We have Web playing the IO, and it will be MMH playing the carry Chaos Knight, and he has a really funny helmet. Helm of Infernal Despair. Yeah, it looks... yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. So yeah, and Darnell will play the Bounty Hunter. That's everybody there on the side of Balls, on the side of Dabeluvva, on the side of Balsac. I don't know. You can call them whatever you want. Vici Gaming on the Dire side. With their entire lineup, we have ZSMJ once again on the support role. Of course, if you haven't... if you have forgot, or if you know... ZSMJ has switched to this support role. He plays the more carry supports normally, or carry supports, what am I saying? The number 4 role, he plays the number 4 role, the more farming support of the two. Plays a lot of Nature's Prophet as well. Yesterday we saw him play Visage. Today he plays the Jakiro, and he is a support combo together with Fenrir, who is on the Shadow Demon in this game. We have CTY on a Templar Assassin, Tutu will play the Lifestealer, and FY will take on the role of the Darkseer for this game, as we're waiting for him to also come back, because he is right now disconnected, and that's not good, because you want to have a game. Games are good. Anyways, For people that were here yesterday, I'm sure you remember this Pudge. I'll try to go easy on him this time. And I mean, to be fair, I mean, they won. Don't get me wrong. They won. So they did it well in the end, but he was not a dominating factor as you would expect a Pudge to be. If you pick up a Pudge, you're going to expect him to be dominating. But he was apparently enough of a distraction to be able to get the Phantom Lancer that they had up to speed. At that point, they did have a Phantom Lancer Keeper of the Light combination, so, you know... more disconnects going on, and shout out to Jacob's new car as well, because Jacob's new car is awesome. Regardless, Team Jacob, go, you know. Sorry, I couldn't resist. It looks like this IO, I'm expecting him to just go for warding, but I'm expecting him also to after that go towards the bottom lane. I'm expecting just safe lane, safe trial lane coming off from Dabeluvva. I mean, if you have an IO and a Bane and a CK, that's just a very safe trial lane, and Chaos Knight, he wants to have that farm. Of course, we saw that in a previous game as well, where we saw an IO and a CK, where the CK and IO just wanted to have free farm, wanted to have those levels up fast, and the moment that they reach level 6 and 8, so 6 on the IO, 8 on the CK, they're going to be jumping around the map, and they're going to be trying to get those skills going. And of course, before that, Pudge is the one to try and open up the map for them if you want. Unfortunately, by the way, for today, no co-caster for me, and yeah, that's unfortunately for me as well as for you, but it happens. Might still have one turn up before this day is over. Of course, it's going to be a fairly long day. We're here with the full double elimination bracket, so we're going to be here for all the rounds that are going to be played. After this game, we'll have first the loser bracket round 1, because right now, of course, there's 2 games going on at the same time, but that's the only time that there's going to be 2 games played at the same time. So we're going to have the loser bracket round 1, then the winners bracket finals, then the loser bracket finals, and then the grand finals. That's how it works. So that means that we're still going to have 4 more games played after this one. Everything, by the way, is best of 1 apart from the grand finals, which is best of 3. Just so you are aware. So this is a best of 1, but at least they have two chances still. 2 chances because of the double elimination bracket. 2 chances to get themselves towards that grand finals. Of course, that's also where the prize money is at, and that's where you want to be, because, well, you're playing for of course, for practice, for honor, for fame, but you're also kind of playing for the prize money. You get, as first prize, you get $500. Second prize money is $300, and third place is $200. And of course, if you want to check out the brackets for yourself, you can do that at gosugamer.net/Dota2. You can just go to GosuBet and then click on the Neolution GosuCup name, and you should be able to jump yourself into the bracket straight away. I can also link it, actually. I will link it. Let me link it. Linking bracket. Boom. Anyways, that's me linking the brackets 2 minutes ago, so if you're hearing this right now and you didn't see it in the chat, you have to scroll up 2 minutes. So, we're playing on a Singaporean server, by the way, for people wondering, and we're gonna see, therefore, Balls playing with a little bit of delay. Let's take a look at that, actually. Ping! Balls is playing with about 300 ping. Playing the Pudge with a 300 ping is quite impressive, I have to say. Well, I say impressive, it's quite tricky. No pressure, Balls. But I forgive you for your hooks in advance. I mean, it's quite tough to get the hooks properly done with if you're on 300 second. And actually, is Balls actually... Yeah, he's on 350 ping. 400 ping.
The battle begins.
465. Okay, so this Pudge is gonna have a tougher time. Anyways. Let's see how he does. Aggressive trialing coming off from Vici Gaming with the Darkseer there, and of course the support pair. The block is there, which is kind of surprising because if you're going for, we're gonna have Iron Shells on there. It's not gonna be as effective, but nonetheless, let's see how they do. Of course, the one thing that is the thing about CKIO Is wait a second, Pudge. Don't die. The thing about this lane is that they shouldn't die yet. So I was actually not planning on looking at this lane for a while, but don't make me regret that. Anyway, CKIO, very strong when they get level 6 and level 8. But before that, they have to get to that place first. And if your aggressive trialing against them is going to be successful, you're going to delay it by so much that by the time that they reach those levels, their ganking potential and their killing potential is diminished by so much that it's going to be tough for them to come back into the game. But we'll see how successful they can be. The tether is there at least to help the CK and clean out the trees as well. Giving some extra vision, making sure that you can be safe there behind the trees. In the meantime, CTY sitting on 8 for 5 on his Templar Assassin, while Pudge sits on 2 for 1. So doesn't really get that much here on this middle lane in terms of last hits, but at least he's getting his experience, and that's right now the most important thing for him. As we already have a level 3 up on the Chaos Knight as well. One of the things, of course, as I always say for an aggressive trial lane, is that in theory, the safe trial lane should be getting more experience because of the creeps they can get in the jungle. And the aggressive trial lane has to get kills to get that kind of experience. But the creeps, of course, just now taken by Vici Gaming, and the IO was out of range for the lane, so all the experience for the lane went the way of the CK, so he is now ahead. And therefore a little bit more confident in taking those last hits with him. Now let's see if these are gonna try and clean out. Oh, they just ward. I was gonna think maybe they're gonna try and clean out the creep waves again, or the jungle, just to make sure that that's not gonna be a source of farm for the Radiant team. So far, I mean, you might expect like kills or something, but that's not gonna happen. At least not in the bottom lane, or at least, well, not gonna happen. It's not needed. This aggressive trial lane is doing its job, even if they are just making sure that the CK at least is not free farming. Then your job is done. They don't have to win that aggressive trial lane in terms of kills, because they have got a life sealer that is farming on the top lane, and he's farming fairly well. 2-2 is getting 17 to 8 last hits. Second highest on the last hits charts right now, and we actually have a smoke off for the supports of Vici Gaming, and they rotate mid. They want to try and see if they can take down this Pudge. Pudge does have a bottle, just spent all his gold, so he's going to be a little bit of extra happy if he, like, yeah. At least he's not going to lose anything, but he will lose his life, I guess. There goes the meld, and that CTY getting the first blood. No surprise there. Nice initiation, one disruption to set up, and that's all it takes for everybody to get in range to do their thing. Ice Path, Meld was all there. In the meantime, this Bounty Hunter also getting a lot of harassment. Is already out of regen completely. And, well, the thing is about a Bounty Hunter, normally his job is to stand around and get experience, but since he's up against a solo lane, his job got a little bit harder. He has to try and get actually some farm so he can do something good later on in the game. Salve already ticked off again. Still has tangos though there for that Bounty Hunter, so he has some more regen again. But Deny is going the way of 2-2 right now. Why not all the nice? In the meantime, CK trouble. Ice Path is there. It tries to run forward, won't be able to do so though. Goes down. Iron Shell there. In the meantime, Templar Assassin goes down in the mid lane with help of the Bane. Able to get that. Brain Sap was there. Of course, the one thing that a Templar Assassin is not so strong against is a rot, because the refraction gets ticked off in no time. Infest out, almost Bounty Hunter down the drain. He's gonna use all his 3 tangos right now, and 2-2 just happily farming, showing that he's level 6. Was low there for a second, but that Infest just cleans it all out. Gold grab, of course, Vici Gaming. Already 2,500 gold ahead. That's a lot of gold for being only 5.5 minutes into the game. And it's all about waiting until these are the right level for Dabeluvva. They have to get those levels up and not lose too much before that happens. Because right now, like, imagine if they don't die anymore from now on, who are they gonna find to pick off? when they reach that level 6. It's not going to be a life stealer because he'll be able to infest or rage away. Should at least be staying alive for a long enough duration for his team to be there to help him out if he's near towers. It's not going to be the Templar Assassin with the refraction and the meld unless there's going to be extra dust there. Perhaps bottom lane in some trouble, going for the Darkseer, who is no longer having some supports. Does it clean out a tree, eats a salve, should be able to get himself away just fine. And actually in comes the support as well. IO just away in time. So the relocate gang should be only for the supports. But supports, of course, when IO is level 6, the supports are gonna stick together. You've got yourself an ice path and a disruption to get yourself away. It's not easy to find targets right now for the relocate, if they were level 6 at all. But already thinking about it, it's gonna be hard for them to get the gangs going. Templar Assassin sitting in his meld. Doesn't have any help at the moment, but oh, actually, no meld needed. No extra help needed. He gets the meld. Suicide is there, though. Not enough damage with that one meld strike to get the kill. Was a very low amount of life left for the Pudge. And he gets the deny going. But still, denied or not, you're still dead. You're still not able to get any experience and gold at this time. Of course, right now we have the Bane taking over, so Bane will be getting some extra experience. And by the way, hello Hastrun, Templar Assassin, moving towards the mid lane. CTY coming in, looking for a pickup. In comes a TP for the Pudge. 3 seconds up on the Darkseer. Reality Rift in there as well. Nice disruption though. In the meantime, the Pudge tries to get away. CTY picks him up. No hope for him, and this IO and CK are trying to run for their lives. Both are getting slowed down, and they should be able to take at least one melt damage. One more hit needed. Boom, you're dead. Wub, down the drain. MMH able to run, but 2 heroes dead on the side of balls, and this is gonna be the tier 1 tower down on the bottom lane. In the meantime, on the top lane, 2-2 infests him out again and gets himself a dust. Goes for this bounty hunter. The open wounds is there. Track for the extra movement speed for the bounty hunter. Tries to run for it. The pause is asked for. It's too late for Darnell though. He's already dead. And TP out there as well. Tether in. He's not able to stop the lifestealer from TPing in, I think. Shouldn't be able to. He's already in the base. Never mind that. You still saw the TP going, but he is in the base. That means that this teleport in, not gonna be successful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the tier 1 towers on both top and bottom lane now go down. So Vici Gaming not only having an advantage in terms of kills and in terms of last hits, but also now in terms of towers. And look at that gold difference that the towers help out with. I mean, even the supports of Vici Gaming have more net worth than the 3 cores of balls, than the Pudge, the CK. In comes the hook, get himself a Shadow Demon, nice ice path up on 2 though, and in comes the help, in comes the cavalry, Nightmare already up on 2-2, but it doesn't matter, CTY left to just kill off everything that he sees. One more hit needed up on Shatan, and that's a double kill, going the way of CTY, no escape for Shatan. And this should be the last tier 1 tower standing on the map on the side of balls. It is only 9 minutes in, but this game is already looking very one-sided. And even still, Wub still not level 6. Still not able to try and make a turnaround, trying to make a comeback. And right now, that is indeed what they need, a comeback. Because this game is in hands of Vici Gaming. 7,500 gold in favor of Vici. About almost 5k experience in their favor, and of course we see that back in the levels. Level 9 and 8 on the 2 highest, on CTY and on 2-2. 9 and 8. That's insanely high, especially if you compare that to all the level 6s that are on the cores of balls. Level 6, the highest level, so 3 to 2 levels higher for the 2 cores of Vici Gaming. It's insane. Let's take a look at some of the items that are being bought. Of course, with all this gold that's flowing in for Vici Gaming, they can get their cores up very soon. Wait a second, CTY wants to go for some blood. They're in a lot of trouble himself, and with the brain stab, he does end up going down. Relocate comes in as well. Then comes a turnaround, perhaps. Fenrir gets picked up. Open wounds. 2-2 looks to turn this around, looks to go for IO, gets him picked up as well. Now onto the next target, onto the CK. The trap is there. Goes for the Bane instead. CTY bought back, wants to be there again. looking for Shaitan. Shaitan goes down. Bounty Hunter goes down as well. Darkseer coming in to help out with those iron shells. Looking for MMH, the last one surviving on the side of Balls. Tries to TP himself up, but is not going to be so lucky. Ice Path, no, he is! He is out. He is alive. The open wound still hit, but it's not enough damage there to take him down. The Ice Path coming in too late. 3 to 12 though. With some extra kills taken down by Vici Gaming, but all 5 of Vici coming into the mid lane to help out. And they're still on top of this game. Relocate or not. For a second there it looked like Balls had it, but unfortunately for them the advantage that Vici has is just too big right now. FY in the meantime, like said, he is going for that mechanism. He has almost got it ready. Actually, I believe the recipe is in the courier. Yeah, courier is standing still, but will be making his way over to the Darkseer right now. Fenrir has got mana boots, pretty rich for support at this minute of the game. Roshan being taken down, as mentioned during the draft. Very early Roshan is possible with the Templar Assassin because of that meld. Templar Assassin, by the way, who hasn't bought anything yet with their gold. Like CTY, normally a player that likes to be fairly aggressive. I was thinking maybe a Blink Dagger, but because he's not buying anything just yet, maybe a Desolator is still going to be a first one. Hookshot in, gets CTY, look for a target, this member is there. In comes a track as well, but this disruption will keep him safe. Nice Macropire, Fiend's Grip up on the Darkseer, 4 seconds on, up on the Jakiro, but he is still alive. Gets another Ice Path out, uses Stick Charges, runs himself away, and is able to keep himself up. Barely though, but living nonetheless. Ooh, open wounds. Bane tries to TP out. Ice Path will prevent him from doing so, and at least that's one kill that Vici gets. Of course, the Shadow Demon still went down. The TA still went down. TP out from the Pudge gonna be successful, and Darnell running for his life, and successfully so. Roshan still not taken down though. Vici Gaming will be able to go again for this one. But 2 kills go in the way of Balls. I mean, they're trying. They're holding on. They're keeping in this. They're showing that they still have some fighting spirit left, but it's hard. It's just very hard. Still nothing bought by CTY, by the way. Darkseer's Mecha need complete. Lifestealer going for the armlet, which he almost has complete. Let's take a look at the items of CK. Of course, I mean, we see the net worth. It's not going to be something to really write home about. And he doesn't even have treads. I believe treads might be in the courier, though. Yeah, treads are done. Courier has the last item for that. In the meantime, middle lane, Shatan already puts himself in a nightmare. Will get killed off by Jakiro, though. The Infest in Fenrir is there as well. Infest out. Well, there's some easy, fast kills. 2800 gold for this TA, still nothing bought. Will it be Desolator? Will he go back for the Blink Dagger? Will he go for Yasha? I mean, it really depends what kind of TA he wants to be. How much of a carry he wants to be. How much of a ganking TA he wants to be. Personal preference is a very high factor, of course, for that as well. Tier 2 tower, there's really nothing that Balls can do. The relocate is there. They might be able to get a hook and then get a kill and then go in, but even with a successful hook, it's no guarantee that they get the target down in time. Because they don't have that much damage just yet. They've got spells to spam out, of course, but they don't have the crits yet up on MMH. They've got Janata at level 2, and of course the Shurikentas at level 3, but the damage coming out from the Bounty Hunter in terms of right clicks not really that spectacular. So it's spells and CK. That's basically it. And in the meantime, their area, their jungle, is well, their farming space is a little bit diminished, or at least a little bit in danger. They've got the wards. Vici Gaming make sure that they have some control over that Radiant jungle, with only one ward up on the side of Balls, and the sentry ward that just vanishes. An invisibility room for Jakiro going top. Relocate coming in as well. Fiend's Grip is already there up on 2-2. They should take him down, and they will. Pudge in the end with the last hit. And it looks like we have a bit of a miscommunication going on, because it looks like this Pudge is also going for an urn, but the urn is already up on the IO. So it's not bad to have 2 urns, of course. Oh, careful there. Oh, they don't see the Jakiro. Still invisible. But it's it's not bad to have 2 urns for sure, but the thing is, if you want to have your urn is more useful the more kills you get, obviously, as we have another pause coming in as per by ZSMJ. He's not getting his way though. There we go. The thing is, Balls is not getting that many kills. That's basically it. Of course, with the relocate, you're gonna have different kills up for both targets. I mean, Pudge gets kills with hooks, IO gets kills with relocate ganks. And that's basically it. But if that's worth it to get 2 urns for, not sure. Not sure. The go signal gets given again. We have BKBs ready for CTY. That's gonna be one that he bought off the bat. A Blink Dagger ready for the Darkseer. This is a Blink Dagger on the Darkseer with 15 minutes into the game. His net worth is second highest on his team, and regardless, the 3 highest are pretty close together though. But he's got almost double the amount of gold as a CK has, which is the highest farmed hero on the side of Dabeluvva. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary indeed. Of course, luckily for Dabeluvva, this is a double elimination bracket. And who knows, Vici, they might be got out of position a couple of times, give Balls a couple of kills, and then they might be back inside this game. But for now, they're fighting from quite far behind. 14k gold, 7,500 experience, resulting into 2 level 11s on the side of Vici Gaming, with the highest level being level 9 on the side of Balls. Though their levels are more evenly spread, I guess, that's a decent point maybe. There's a level 7 up on Vici Gaming, but I mean, it's still not good, for sure. 5 heroes coming towards the top lane on Vici Gaming on the dire side. Dire side. With the armlet ready, they are ready to start forcing out some fights. There's 2 towers still left standing on the side of Balls. And now that is only 1 more left standing on the bottom lane. Roshan, of course, still down. Aegis is still up, but only for a very short amount of time left. I mean, 1.5 minutes. They're still looking to pick off fights. Maybe they can try to go high ground with its Aegis, but I'm expecting them to play it maybe a little bit more safe. Just go for the last tier 2 tower, go wait for another Roshan, and then only then go high ground. Maybe after they pick off a hero or 2. Cleaning out the Radiant jungle. As if they didn't have a small enough space to farm in beforehand already. I mean, they only can farm what's coming into their lanes right now. And it's kind of reversed. Normally, the team that's playing against Wisp is the one that sticks together and is the one that farms together. But right now, Vici Gaming, they're not afraid of that IO relocate. Not at all. They might be able to kill off 1. Like, if they go on the Jakiro, they might be able to kill off the Jakiro. But by the time that Jakiro is dead, there's going to be so much support coming in for Vici Gaming that the IO will die and then the CK will die. The tier 2 tower picked off now as well. I mean, there's no real surprise about this one. But you shouldn't be surprised. Still have a Desolator being built by CTY. Looks like they're still going to try to go high ground. Roshan Aegis gets taken back in a couple of seconds only. Never mind, it's just taken back. Hey, is there no Aegis reclaimed in messages anymore? Or am I just missing those? Hookshot only gets a creep. Traps in, 2-2, already opens up a Shatano, puts himself in a nightmare, but that doesn't matter. Vacuum there! Can they get something down? Relocate coming in, Bounty Hunter already dusted up, has to back off. Relocate into Fenrir, looks like we might see Chaos Knight at least getting 1 kill. Splits up and runs away from his base. In the meantime, Jakiro still went down as well, so that's gonna be the Pudge that got something, but MMH running for his life right now. Goes down. Buys back. Let's see what he can do next. Is there gonna be another hook? They'll look for more pickups. Maybe they can get 2-2. He's very low. Armlet toggles for his life. Is surviving though. Bounty Hunter cannot catch up. He has the face boots and the extra trek speed, but he's not gonna be fast enough for this one. But Dabeluvva though, with their buyback, they want to make something happen. They do save their tower though. Their tier 3 tower is still standing. Be that only on 429 HP, but standing nonetheless. Look for a hook. Look for a hook from balls. No pressure, but we're counting on you. In comes the TP. Close, but no cigar for this Pudge. And trap up. Chaos Knight under siege. In comes TTY. In comes an Ice Path. Track is already there. Ice Path still hits on the side. 2-2 still ends up going down. That's a nice pickoff for balls, but they will lose their CK, and their CK just popped back. So that's a big loss. That's the highest farmed hero on the map on the side of balls. Well, not anymore. That's now the Bounty Hunter, but without a CK, how are they going to hope to defend their base? Luckily for them, they don't have to just yet. Vici Gaming is backing off. I might just want to wait for the Roshan to spawn. Might just want to farm up a little bit before they can take down Roshan and then take high ground with that as well. The battle to stay alive for Dabeluvva. I mean, this is normally the time when a CK, Wisp, and a Pudge should be in a dominating streak. Or at least should be able to be quite fearsome on the map. To be quite dominating, like not dominating in terms of kills, but just having the control. And they don't have that right now. They don't have that scare factor, as you normally would see with a Pudge and a CKIO. But maybe they can still get it back. If Vici Gaming makes some mistakes, perhaps they can get it done. Of course, good hooks are needed for that, because then you can single out targets, you can kill them off very fast. I mean, the burst damage on these teams is pretty okay. But yeah, it's still the case that CTY's Templar Assassin, who just picked up his full Desolator, still has got more than double the amount of gold as the highest farmer on the map on the side of balls. That's quite scary. The Bounty Hunter, of course, is what I'm talking about. And double the amount of gold and then 1.5k to go. That's what Templar Assassin has compared to the Bounty Hunter. It's scary. And Dabeluvva forced to farm together. Forced to stick together. Roshan, perfectly timed. Vici Gaming will take it down. There's no real contest for this. I mean, there's no way balls can try to take the Roshan away from Vici Gaming at this point. The only thing they can hope for, and the thing that they're probably going to be happy about, is that the time that it takes Vici Gaming to take that Roshan, which by the way goes very fast. This is free farm time for balls, and the moment that the Roshan goes down, they know, like, okay, you know what? They're coming in. So we should be careful, and we should probably back off towards our base, depending on where Vici is going. And right now his bottom lane is going towards the Bounty Hunter. There's no gem up on the side of Vici Gaming. They're counting on just their ability to just barrel through things and just to put the dust on and go then. But they are knocking on the bottom tier 3 tower door again. Here comes the tracks with the tower. Fortify. For now. As soon as it's over, the tower will die. No surprise about that one. One more hit. Boom. Dead tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Now is waiting for it to go high ground. Hook shot though. Gets one. Gets 2-2. That's the initiation that Vici is going for. Balls is already picked up. Fiend's Grip up on FY. We'll try to help out a little bit. Bounty Hunter trying to take him down. Well, we already have a 4-second stun up on 2-2. It is MMY that goes down first. Or MMH, sorry. You're dead. And Wub, I don't know what he was trying to do. Trying to chase the creep wave away from his base, but it's to no avail. 2-2 is still here. Got some creeps with him, and they're just going for the racks right now. This is a 24-minute game. Domination from Vici Gaming, and we are past 20k gold in favor of that team, as well as 12k experience in their favor. And this is just about to end. I mean, what can Balls do to get back into this game? I would say they need something close to a miracle.
Radiant's middle
And at least some heavy throws from Vici Gaming at this point. Here comes the hook. Hits up on CTY. Puts some refraction. Blink forward from FY. Open wounds as well. Shaitan already bursted down though. Looking for the next target. CTY actually gets disrupted. Keep him safe. Wildboardy is dead. Balls goes down now as well. Dust gets popped. Bounty Hunter sitting in the middle of enemy lines and will go down as well. GG is called. And it is domination from Vici Gaming that gets them to the winners bracket final. So they get themselves an hour break while we see Balls fighting in the loser bracket round number 1 game up against either Mineski or Tell Me Why, which is a game that might still be going on at this point. But we're seeing Tell Me Why or Mineski up against Dabeluvva before we're going to see the winners bracket finals between the winner of Tell Me Why and Mineski versus Vici Gaming. So stick around for the loser bracket round number 1 game and we'll be right back. Of course, you're watching GosuCup Asia, Neolution GosuCup, and you can buy yourself an in-game ticket for this one. So we'll be right back, and we'll be right back with another game. Don't go anywhere.